Nobody else's auto. It's 7 o'clock Tuesday evening. Time for some Toy Tuesday. Time to check out some more super cool memorabilia. Give everybody a few seconds to get their notifications since we are on live, and so they know that we're ready to go. Got some cool stuff tonight, like I've been promising. I've got a box of Sohio, which is a little different for me. Old school's here tonight. Sohio, not something I see in my area a lot. Norma's on with us. And so I was kind of excited about this. Actually, another guy that does a lot of antique stuff, he found this box of Sohio stuff up in north central Kansas at an auction, so he picked it up. Peter's on with us and said, hey, I got something I think you might be interested in. And obviously I was, so I went and picked it up and snagged that from him. So we're going to check out the Sohio stuff. I've got another promo. We do a lot of promos. Promos are always cool. And a rocker can. I've got very, very few rocker cans. So Jason's here. So we're going to look at a rocker can here in a little bit too. It's a little rougher than I thought. I bought it on pictures, and it was a little bit worse than I thought, but I've only got 1 or 2 rocker cans. I didn't have this one at all. So I think I probably paid retail for it, but didn't have one. Still a cool piece. So never a bad thing to add something to the collection that you don't have anything at all on. So anyhow, we'll go ahead and get ready to get started. Like I said, we're going to bust into this Sohio stuff to start with and work our way to the rocker can. So as always, questions, comments, be sure to throw them up there. We'll sure try to catch them. As we're rolling through here, I'll try to keep an eye out. Sometimes it gets a little tough as I'm digging through the box and you guys are commenting, but I'll sure try to catch whatever I can as we're moving along here. So anyway, let's go ahead and tilt this thing down. X-Ray Dean made it tonight. Randy's here. Lots of regulars jumping on with us. Glad you guys made it tonight. Let's check out some Sohio stuff. Tweedly D's here. Here it is. It's a little beer flat of stuff. And like I said, I don't have a lot of Sohio stuff. Tweedly D checks in the mail. Perfect. Because all the auction stuff is right over there in a big tote ready to ship out, other than what I've already shipped. Some of you guys that paid PayPal went out today. Johnny Z's on with us. Johnny Z, I need to call you too so I can get on your payment. But the books are on the way. So this isn't anything real exciting. This is just a basic box of playing cards. But like I said, Sohio, something I don't see very often. Dan's here with us. So we'll start off with that, just kind of basic, nothing real exciting on them, just a basic pack of playing cards, except they are new, still sealed in the pack, Sohio playing cards. These are pretty cool here. We'll start off with the patches. That was a string. I thought it was a rubber band. This actually has an actual string holding this stuff together. Kind of odd. Not something you see very often anymore. But we'll start with these patches because they're great. If I can get this string off here. This is a really cool Sohio winged patch. This is a cloth patch. Eloy's on with us tonight as well. We'll grab a tape measure so you guys can get an idea of some of this stuff. Because this is kind of a small patch, but it's really cool with these wings on it. It's about a 3.5-inch patch. Got to be early. Looks like older, even older material. So that's a cool piece. This one more modern. I'm going to guess probably 70s Sohio. Even looks newer. Got more of a plastic back to it. Got a standard Pegasus, or a mobile Pegasus and a regular mobile mixed into this batch as well. Brian Dispatch is on with us. And this last one is really great. And this is early. You can tell it's a soft material. Fleet Wing. You look at the back, it's all cloth. You know, not real stiff like the newer stuff with the plastic on the back like this other Sohio had on it. Dennis made it. Yes, Dennis, I got your message and your box went out today. So I did get some stuff shipped. Not everything, but I did get some stuff. So yeah, we're good, Dennis. Thanks for that. Bill's on with us. But this Fleet Wing is great. It's got to be an early one just by the way the material is made. 7 inches across here. Rusty Nails made it. So 7 inches by 3 inches. The great bird on the big red bird across the top with the Fleet Wing patch. So that's a cool piece and definitely early. Road maps. Road maps not extremely uncommon. John's on with us. But like I said, this Sohio stuff is not stuff I see extremely regularly in my area. And this whole handful is Sohio. Lots of comments popping up here. Real quick, let me get to some of these guys before I miss them all. No Scams made it. Let's see. Randy, still have my Sohio work shirts from the mid-'70s a lifetime ago. Alan from Arizona made it. Glad you're here too. But these Sohio maps, it's a nice collection. And like I said, I see a lot of Texaco. I see a lot of mobile things like that in my area. Not so much these Sohios. You can tell by the picture on this one that they are not current. I didn't unfold them to get a map, but you can see the car on there, and these are not extremely current maps. So these definitely have some age to them. Same with this one. And even the station on the back, we can definitely see some age to that as well. Road map of Ohio, the Standard Oil Company of Ohio, which was what Sohio was. But this one actually says the Standard Oil Company of Ohio. That's right, old school, you get lost if you use these maps today, that's for sure. And another great station picture on the back of this. Jason says hit the like button. Appreciate that, Jason. And one more road map of Ohio and neighboring states. Obviously, Standard Oil of Ohio, it's going to be definitely based out of that part of the country, which is why it doesn't get to my area that often. So, cool pieces, and always cool to add something to the collection that I didn't have anything on really at all. And this Ohio stuff didn't really have much at all. One other map in here. This actually is a Standard Oil Company map, and it is dated, and it's really cool. We'll actually look at this one a little bit closer even. There's so many cool illustrations on it. X-ray didn't like the correct maps for the car that they are in. But this is a 1931 South Dakota Standard Oil Company map. What's so great about this is look inside the pictures inside of this thing. ISO V, Red Crown, Polarine. And even more in there. Just absolutely awesome colors and illustrations with the signs and everything in here. So, and there's the road map, of course, pre-interstate days. So, no Scams digs it. Yeah, it's a cool piece. ISO V, everything a perfect motor oil must have. Red Crown gasoline makes the motor perform better. And Polarine, always a good motor oil, now better than ever. That's right, Brian Dispatch. Think about the cars that these were in. Old school, how come gas stations don't give you anything for free anymore? that's for sure. Yep, perfect, Dennis. Yep, we're good. So that's right, John. That's another good point. The colors on this thing are amazing for a 90-year-old map. So probably been kept inside and probably been very well preserved, throughout most of its life. So. But yeah, definitely a great piece. Now, two more Sohio pieces are actually, well, two of the same thing, actually. There's two of these in the box. And they're great. These are super exciting. This is in the box. It's fairly small. That's right, Rusty Nose. You can't even get free air anymore nowadays. This box is only 6.5 inches tall, so these aren't big. You start or we pay. Sohio, guaranteed starting. So what is it? Let's go ahead and open her up. And they're brand new little Sohio thermometers. A handy thermometer for you, 17th year of Sohio, guaranteed starting on the back. So, super cool, never been out of the box. Brand new Sohio little promotional thermometer. And like I said, there are two of them. This one's package is a little more brown. That's right, no Scams, it is mint. Same thing with the other one. Yeah, actually, it's a little over 90 in here. It's Actually, the backs are slightly different. One's got a black back, one's got a green back. But other than that, exact same thing. But yep, it shows right around the mid-90s in here, if you guys can see it up close. And that's pretty accurate. That's about what it is in here. It's mid to upper 90s right now in the shop. So, really cool pieces. I was really excited to get those. He actually texted me, the guy that found the box actually texted me on his way home that day. He's like, hey, I got some stuff for you. You're probably going to want it. And of course, he was right. But he knows what I like, and he knows I'll show up and I'll buy it from him. So there's a small collection of Sohio. Like I said, not a ton of stuff. When are these dated? I didn't see a date anywhere on these thermometers or anywhere on the box at all. 17th year of Sohio guaranteed starting. So I don't know what that, means. But, I don't know when Sohio actually started or whether, what they considered their 17th year. But no other indications anywhere on the front of this or on the box or on the back as far as an actual year on these pieces. They are actual metal. So these are actually metal thermometers that are painted. So they got a little age to them because they're not plastic. So, yeah, a couple of you said nice finds. Yeah, I was excited about it just because it's stuff that I don't typically see in my area. So that's why it's always great to add something different. Now, something else I told you was in this batch. We've got a promo model. We got a rocker can coming up. So the promo model, not the most exciting promo. It's a cool promo, but it's in the box. That's what's so awesome about it. So here we go. For all of our Ford fans, Test Drive Total Performance 65. Best year yet to go Ford. The 1965 Ford's Falcon, Mustang, Fairlane, Ford, and Thunderbird on the side of the box. So, where did it come from? Ford Division, Ford Motor Company in Plymouth, Michigan, believe it or not. Literally, Ford Motor Company, Plymouth, Michigan. So go figure. But this was actually sent to a Mrs. P.A. Nightingale in Galva, Kansas, back in 1965. Big Guys 45s made it back with us tonight. Route 2. That was the address, Route 2. So which one is it? Frank's here with us. I know you're all wondering which one is it. It's the Galaxy. 1965 Ford Galaxy two-door hardtop in blue. Nice piece. The front's not busted up. Back's good. Taillights are good. Bumper's not knocked off of it. Nice piece. Of course, obviously in the box, what you're hoping it's been well preserved. There's some scuffs and scratches on the top because it's been in the box for since 1965. So, but this, as usual, a lot of these promos, it has information on the bottom of the chassis. Old School just says I want it, just real plain and simple. So, what's it say? The Elegant World of Ford. It's kind of difficult to read, actually, because the lettering, Tweedledee and mess around. He's seriously trying to buy it. With the floor pans and stuff, it's kind of hard to read. So, because of the curvature and things like that, the way the letters change, we'll try to catch some of it. Between oil changes on the cross member, Bill says he's got the hood ornament for it. Yep, that is missing. So, but cool piece. And like I said, very, very seldom. I mean, all the promos I've got, which is a lot. Not near as many as Bill, of course. Old School's ready to go, too. Alan, I remember those promos being displayed on the wall of the local Ford dealership during those years. Yep. But in the box is cool. Like I said, I've got a lot of promos. A lot of promos. Not as many as Bill, like I said, but I've got a lot of promos. I've got a couple in the box of old stuff. I mean, I've got stuff like from the 90s in the box. But old stuff in the box, I've got this one. I've got an Edsel in the box. But just a very, very few promos in the original box. Just something that you just don't see very often. So, always excited to get something in the box. The end is torn out of it. But other than that, I don't care. If that's it, I'll deal with that when you've got something with the original box. With the original mailing label to the customer still on the back of it. I'm good with that. Bill says, I've got more promos than but he's got more models. That could be true, but I know you got a lot of toys, Bill, and you know a ton about them. So there's the promo model for the night. The 1965 Ford Galaxy 500 two-door hardtop in the original box. They do them in the real car paint codes, typically pretty close. Bill can answer that for sure, but usually these were done in somewhat similar to a color you could order a car in, because that was the whole purpose, was trying to sell cars. So one more piece we're going to check out tonight. That's right, Bill says they were pretty close. That's what I thought. We got a rocker can to check out. Something else I've only got a very, very few of. And like I said a little bit ago, I probably paid too much for this. I got a little excited about it. I bought it on pictures. No Scams wants it now, too. I got to go through my promos, see if I got any duplicate promos for you guys. We raffled the batch off. That was most of the duplicates I had laying around at that time. I'll have to check and see if I've got any more laying around. But so this rocker can we're going to check out, it's a little rougher than I thought, but it is a rocker can. It's got the handles, it's got the spout. You can definitely make out what it was, even though the paint has surface rust and is definitely faded. But let's get it up here and take a look at it. It is leaking a little bit, very slightly. It's got a little bit of gunk in the bottom of it, so it is a little bit damp on the bottom. But John says half the stuff he's got laying around he overpaid for. Yeah, that has a tendency to happen when it comes to cool stuff. But what we've got next is an original. Bill, the old sales models of promos was put the little ones in the kids in the hands of the big ones. There you go. But, and this is also a fairly rare company. Not only is this a rocker, I don't have a lot of rock cans, I don't have a lot of this company stuff either. So it's kind of a double win, even though I think I've probably got retail in the piece. Al says the same thing. He's got too much stuff he paid too much for. But here it is, an original Anarco rocker can. I haven't touched this yet. I don't know if I can get any life back out of this paint or not, but you can definitely tell what it is. On both sides, you can definitely make out the Anarco part of it. It's got the original spout, it's got the original cap, it's got the original handles on both sides. And a great piece. Like I said, some of this with a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of rubbing compound, there might be a little bit of life left in this thing. Like I said, I haven't touched it. I just got it a few days ago. These are fairly good-sized cans, and they're early. Like I said, rockers not very common, and definitely not something you see on a regular basis. And Anarco obviously is kind of a different brand, not something you see on a regular basis either. No Scams know nothing about Anarco. I don't know a ton about Anarco either because I don't have a lot of it. Yes, I thought about that in old school. Sometimes if you're very careful with steel wool, you can take some of that rust off and not hurt the paint. So that's another thought that I had about possibly trying to clean this thing up. But yeah, I don't know a ton about Anarco because I don't have much Anarco. There wasn't a lot of it in my area. So it's a company kind of like the Sohio. Other than the fact that Sohio was part of Standard that I don't have a lot of and don't have a ton of knowledge on. But there again, when it's rocker cans are rare, period. You know, super nice rocker cans are almost extremely rare. So actually, you know, this will clean up pretty decent, and I think it's going to make a halfway decent rocker can. It's just going to take a little bit of elbow work. But the fact you can still read both sides, you know, that definitely is something as well. I don't remember where Sinclair was based out of. I think it was back east. Tweety says Greeny Weenie it. I haven't tried that before. Ricedale says WD-40 will help clean it up. Yeah, I think that would probably help too. But something else kind of interesting, we saw the original spout and the original cap. You can actually see where it's actually kind of, the can is formed around the spout and the cap as well, under the handle there. So a different piece for sure. We'll see if we can just, let's just do this and take a little bit better look at it. So I'm not trying to hold the thing. And you guys can get a little better glance at it there. Like I said, sitting on this piece of plastic because it's wet on the bottom. It does still have a little bit of gunk in the bottom of it. Get one of these 105-degree days, sit her outside, maybe we can get some of that stuff to bust free. But like I said, it's not It's definitely not the best condition, but I'm still excited to own it because of what it is. Tweedledees thinks it's cool anyway, so I said I thought it was cool. I did overpay for it, but I bought it off of pictures, and it, like I said, that's my fault, kind of guessing as to what I thought it was going to be worth. But there again, that happens from time to time. Bill says it wouldn't touch it, period. Old School says 40s. Rocker cans are typically even earlier than that. I don't remember exactly what the window was, but I would say probably 20s. So when you factor it's probably 100 years old or pretty close to 100 years old, it's, I guess you factor that in, it don't look too bad. Bill says 20s also, so appreciate that, Bill. So I think that's what I was thinking. So yeah, 20s era, so it's, if it's not 100 years old, it's right at 100 years old. The can itself is in pretty decent shape. It's not crushed, dings and dents, but it's not beat up. So overall, not a bad can, especially considering it's, right at 100 years old, and still, you can still read it and still make it out. So anyway, that's what I've got for tonight to share with you on Toy Tuesday. What else is going on? Old School says, it's too old, he'll take it. So that's right, no scams. It's amazing it's not beat up. Peter says, soap, dishwashing liquid, and a spray bottle. I found some other spray to remove the old paint. Rusty Nelson says, send it to him, he'll clean it up. No, I didn't save this from scrap. This was actually at an auction. So no, it wasn't, and trust me, I didn't pay scrap metal money for this thing for no bigger than it is. I paid a lot more than that for it. Unless this thing weighs a ton or two, which I don't think it weighs 1 or 2 tons because I'm holding it. I definitely didn't buy it for scrap. So, but what else interesting happened today? Something else cool happened today that I kind of led you. Dennis says, what part of the country? I'm not sure where Anarco was actually based out of. Because like I said, we don't have a lot of Anarco stuff, so I'm not extremely familiar with it. But that's what's cool is it's like the Sohio, the Anarco, adding different stuff to your collection, because as you add, then you learn. Same thing like with White Eagle. I've learned more about White Eagle because I bought more White Eagle pieces because we bought an actual White Eagle statue. One of the original cast irons, things like that. You learn it as you go, as you get more involved. And that's what happens as your collection grows, as you learn more about it, as you add to it, you learn more of those bits and pieces from other collectors, from reading, things like that. That's where you put all those pieces of the puzzle together. So for me, Sohio and Anarco, not stuff I'm familiar with, but I added more pieces to my collection, so now I will be more aware of those. Old School, Anarco, Cleveland, Ohio, produced White Rose gasoline and Anarco motor oil. So they were based out of Ohio as well. So that's what, kind of what's cooking with this stuff right now. But where I was going a little bit ago, I alluded to this a little bit Sunday night, and I got it done today. I paid for it, got it picked up. I got my new license plate collection today. Bill, same as the mobile gargoyle can you just got from the 20s. From the can, and this actually did not come from the barn stash of cans. This was a separate deal. This was at an auction. If you didn't catch the video from last Friday about the barn fresh can stash that I just hauled in, you got to check that one out too, because there's a couple of awesome cans on there. So be sure to go back and check that video out also. But I got this license plate collection today. I'm excited about it. 1913 was the very first year that Kansas issued a state license plate. And this has got a 1913 and everything all the way up to 1974 in this collection, all on 3 big separate boards, 1913 to 1974. So all in one set, they're different numbers, but all matched up in order, all original paint, all pretty decent plates. So what's that mean for you guys? A couple things. One, we're gonna do it on a Toy Tuesday, or maybe we may have to turn that into 2 Toy Tuesdays, because it's 3 big boards of license plates. That'd be a long Toy Tuesday by the time we looked at all those. So we may split that up into 2 Toy Tuesdays. However, what it does mean for you also, auctions. Some of the old license plates that I've been saving, some of the earlier stuff, 30s, 40s, things like that, that I've been saving and hoarding, I don't need now because I bought a whole set. So stay tuned. Some of that earlier stuff is probably going to start popping up on some auctions as I start sorting through this stuff, as I find those stashes of plates that I've kind of had tucked back in corners over the years. Now that I've got a full set on boards, I'm not quite as worried about it. So anyway, we'll be trying to work some of that stuff in as well. But that's what I've got for tonight. kind of a mixture of stuff, some Sohio, some maps, some patches, some thermometers, a promo, and a super cool rocker can. Did you see that Olds Tornado at auction? I didn't see it. I haven't seen any Tornadoes at auction lately, Rusty Nails. I'm not sure which one we're talking about there. But that's what we've got for tonight. As always, if you got more comments, questions, be sure to throw them up there as we wrap up. I will definitely try to catch as much of them as I can. Apparently, Bill saw the Tornado too, so I don't know a thing about it. But by me, don't know. Never heard a thing about it. So don't know what the deal was with it. I didn't hear anything about it. But anyhow, I'm going to get ready to wrap up. Any other questions, comments, be sure to throw them up there. What do we got coming up the rest of the week? Like I said, I shot a bunch of video this weekend. A lot of cool new inventory. Volkswagen Rabbits, 60 Chevy pickup. Rusty Nails, they wrecked it after the auction. Okay, yeah, didn't see it, didn't hear anything about it. Peter says, all good, fine. See you next week. Thanks for being here with us from Down Under tonight, Peter. John, thanks. Remember who dies with the most has the best estate sales. Yeah, except I think my daughter's going to keep pretty much most of this stuff. The signs and stuff I know she's going to keep. So, but anyway, Tornado had no brakes and got destroyed. Yeah, I missed all that. Never seen any of that. No Scams, thanks for sharing the toys. Have a great week. See you on Sunday, if not before. Well, like I said, I've got a lot of cool new stuff coming up. Johnny Z, yeah, no problem, Johnny Z. And like I said, I need to call you on you sent a little extra money on some of that stuff. I need to call you and go over that too to see what we need to do with that. So, but anyway, we're going to keep boogieing. I'll get some of that new inventory up, the 60 Chevy pickup, the 64 Wildcat, the 90 Caprice 9C1 cop car, the 91 F-150. Snow Fighter. I got the Snow Fighter video shot. I need to get it up. So I got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Yes, right, John. I do need to get to hauling some cars. I haven't picked anything up this week. I've got totally backed up on shipments. I got a bunch of stuff out here today. I've still got a bunch of stuff to package. So some of your guys' stuff is on the way, and some more will be going out within the next couple of days. And then you guys that sent checks or money orders, hopefully I'll see those by Friday and get that stuff in Saturday's mail. So things are happening, things are processing, things are moving. That's the whole point. That's what I got to do and got to keep moving. But stay tuned. Lots of cool new inventory videos coming up. We're going to have a great time Sunday night. We are going to give away that Auburn prize pack. If you do not have your chances in for that Auburn prize pack yet, absolutely get me your payments. Remember, $1 is one chance. You send me $5, you're in the big Buick oil can 5 times, $10, 10 times, etc., etc. We're going to give that Auburn gift pack away on Sunday night. The original Newell stock hubcap, the Newell stock piston rings, the original 12 badge, the Auburn 12 badge off of an actual wheel knockoff for an Auburn 12. Newell stock Auburn ID tag, unstamped, plus the book about Glenn Prey. So, Jason, I'll get you paid today or so when I get paid. No problem, Jason. Tweedly D, hope his check makes it. I'll be watching for it, Tweedly D. And so we're going to have a lot of fun on Sunday night. I've been thinking about, that's right, Tweedly D, we're going to give away a Canadian license plate for one of the second or third names out of the hat, out of the big Buick can as well. So we're going to give away a Canadian license plate, and I'll grab we needed to get a third prize in there as well. I'll figure that out too. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll announce the new raffle. I need to figure something out for the new raffle for next month. And we're going to have a great time Sunday night. I've been thinking about some of the stuff you guys are throwing out there for different ideas on how to work some different stuff in. Trying to figure out where we can take something out, put something in, or maybe alternate stuff on certain weeks, things like that. So tossing some ideas around about that too, because you guys have a lot of great ideas that I want to incorporate. John, found a Buick clip-on vanity mirror last weekend. Yeah, those are also cool too. Depends on which one it is. If it's a Buick is a Beauty 2, those are, well, I think they make them now. Those were pretty rare. If it's one that says Buick is a Beauty 2 all the way across the top, not in the corner, that's a fairly desirable mirror. But yeah, those visor mirrors with the company names on them, great pieces as well. So that's what I've got for tonight. As always, thanks for being here. Tweedly D wants mystery boxes. Mystery boxes for the auction. Yeah, I don't know. I hate to do that and then have somebody not be happy with what they got. So that's kind of what concerns me a little bit. But anyhow, thanks for being here. As always, it's amazing that you guys come by, you hang out, just hang out with me for a while on Tuesday night, spend a little time with me on Tuesday night, and most of you guys are basically spending your entire Sunday evening with me, making this thing what it is. It's your participation, your comments, you being involved, your help, your camaraderie. That's what makes this thing what it is, and I super appreciate that. As always, thanks for being here, everybody. That's right, Ryan and Amy are on with us, as we're like family here. That's true. And because we do have an awesome group. We've got great sportsmanship. Even some of the guys that where their bids come in a little bit late on the auction, everybody plays well together. We have a great time, and that's all because of you guys. Nothing but credit to all of the people that hang out here on the Nobody Show channel to make this thing what it is. I'm going to get back to work. I got some stuff I want to get done tonight. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the Sohio stuff, the promo, and the Anarco rocker can. We'll see you tomorrow night and Friday night with some new inventory videos, and we will definitely hope to see you Sunday night live chat, 7 o'clock Central Time. We're going to give away that Auburn gift pack. We're going to have a ton of fun. Thanks for being here, everybody, and we will see you live again Sunday night. Thanks for watching.